It is the full moon, and I saw the moon with the halo. So I just been feeling this for a while that I wanted to break out my favorite deck. And this deck goes through the stages of grief. And so I have prepared a pick a pile. There's three different piles. We're just gonna take our time with these messages and just kind of go through them. And so let's get started. So the first pile is this feather, this one right here, seagull feather. And this gives very much water and air energy. And when I this follow has been this feather has been following me nonstop. Everywhere, it doesn't matter where I put it, it somehow finds a way to fall on me. And I don't know what the deal is with that, but this one is an adult duck feather. It has this beautiful green and purple shimmer, especially when it's wet. And this one is a baby duck feather. So decide which feather you want, the seagull feather, the adult duck feather, or the baby duck feather. I'm going to start with the seagull feather. So the first card in this one is Gilded Regret. And it looks like this. And I have to recheck the stages of grief that each one is in because there's 30 cards and I don't memorize all of them. So which one is this? This is Bargain. Yeah. Bargain is typically about trying to put off emotions, trying not to acknowledge the transition that is happening. So it's just okay, well, maybe if I, do this, then I can just not think about these feelings. Kind of sometimes to distract yourself from all the shit that's going on, you just doom scroll through your phone. Yeah, it's very much giving that energy. This is this card is very heavy in the blue. So yeah, that symbolizes emotions for me, and water, which goes well with the seagull feather. And it looks like she's wearing a crown with that either are thorns or and have thorns, with a flower pinning her water dress together. And she looks like she's crying while also holding a light. So to me, this is this has a lot of water energy and a lot of air energy. And the little light that she has, it looks like it's what's left of all that she has been through and all that she has lost. That's all she has left of her light after all of the things of the past. But what I'm getting from this is that that's not really all she has left, because there's while she's only holding this little light, there's light all around her and even around her neck. But the only thing that she's focusing on is the fact that she's lost so much. And so, yeah, it looks like there has been a big transition, and it seems to have cost a lot to reach this point. But it's important not only to like focus on the absence of what you once had, but what you have that's still all around you. Light doesn't only just come from one source, it comes from many sources. We have the stars, we have the sun. It's important to acknowledge where, you have attained other things and what's all around you, and focus on like growing that light. Now this is an opportunity to grow that little light into something much bigger from all the energy around you. So if you focus too much on the absence, then you're not giving enough attention to what you have. And so I also pulled from another deck. I have like Romance Angels deck. And this one says religious factors, and it says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Now, I set the intention for these to be more specifically geared towards your spirit team or guides or whatever you want to call it, your people, your energy people. I'm going to call it that, energy people. So it's possible that whatever your religious upbringing is what's keeping you from connecting to these guides that are a part of these lights that are in your vicinity. They are the illuminatory factors in your energy, and you're focusing on the absence, but they're around. And it's possible what you grew up being forced to believe is actually affecting your ability to connect with them. So if you resonate with this pile, I would recommend that you take time to actually look at like what your religious upbringing is, and if you really believe that, or if you are just thinking that maybe that's just how it's supposed to work. Because in the end, you get to decide what you want to believe. It's your choice. This path, this journey, there is no one way to do things. Everybody, each individual person gets to choose their path and what they believe in and what they connect to. And from there, that's how you decide your journey. And mind you, this is just coming from me. From what I've observed, nobody's right. You cannot be right for other people. You can only be right for you. So it is each individual's person's path to choose what works for them as far as connecting to other sources, other realms, or whatever, or even choosing not to do that. It's your path. You get a choice. If you want to be religious, then you get to be religious. That can work for you. If that's not working for you and you choose to be atheist, you can choose that too. It's still a path, and it's something that you feel. If you don't feel it in your bones, then maybe it's not the path for you. And the final card is like the self-care messages card. Give to yourself first. So at this time, like, this cup has a lid on it, which is why I put that. Like, it's time to retract that energy and put that focus back into yourself. Instead of giving to the loss, it's time to give to the light, that light that you're still holding for dear life. And, give that attention. Focus on that light. Focus hard enough so that you can see it and watch it grow. And you are going to be able to do amazing things by watching that little light grow. Anyway, I hope that helped for the first pile. I'm gonna go into a whole nother video for the next one. So meet back in the next video for the rest of the piles if you picked one of the other ones.